Hello and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. Yes, you could see that light is coming in from outside. This is natural light from the monitor screen, and there no other lights turned on. I'm going to let the natural light of dawn bring in the light. Okay, here is two gingers. Two gingers. Irish blended whiskey. Here's the tricolor flag at the bottom of the label there. This is produced at Kilbeggan Distillery. They claim on the back Ireland's oldest. What does they say? Ireland's oldest. See what happens when you got natural light. Can't read. Ireland's oldest continually licensed distillery. Okay. Oldest distillery running. Faithfully distilled. Aged 4 long years. Like Jim Beam. Imported by Kilbeggan Distilling Import Company, Chicago, Illinois. I think I hear the waste management out there. They come early now. It's very hot outside. So they come at dawn. Yeah, that's them. That's the waste management company. And they do a good job picking up the trash. And I had to go out and put the rest of mine out there before they showed up. That's what I did right before I did this. Because I knew they were on the way. Product of Ireland. There's a cap saying product of Ireland. Same as some other Irish whiskeys I've got. So I'm thinking a lot of them are coming from the same distillery, Kilbeggan. This bottle is exactly the same as that bottle, except this one's clear and this one is green. Same design, same cap. Is it from the same distillery? It's very possible. This is Ide Stills. I don't know why they picked that name. I'm sure it has some meaning, which is not explained on the website. I know that Sazerac has some like obscure names for their products that they don't explain, but I was able to figure out one of them. It was called J. Brandt. They sell it at a lot of stores around in Baton Rouge and Hammond, not around here. It's called J. Brandt. It'd be like brandy, all kind of liqueurs. That might be it. Just brandy and liqueurs. There might be some J. Brandt other stuff, but I was like, who in the world is J. Brandt? J. Brandt. And then I found out that he was a business partner of William Goldring, who owns the Sazerac company. I was like, oh, okay. Naming it in his honor. Probably a good friend of his might have had their kids marrying each other or whatever, So I say, okay. I think a lot of these names have something to do with that. Like a close friend of theirs or a relative. And that's what the name Two Gingers is about. The guy that started the company, can't remember who it was. I can't remember his name. He was a bartender in Minneapolis, and he wanted to start an Irish whiskey brand. He didn't start a distillery. And he wanted to make it double distilled because he thought it would make it stronger flavored instead of triple distilled, makes it mild. And I got my leg elevated because it's got a bad cut on it. 13 stitches trying to recover. And very light, straw color, amber or honey. So I got to watch it because if I glance, I'll know. Didn't even need labels because you would never confuse the two. Okay, so he started that 9 years ago, started promoting the brand. I was looking at a bunch of old videos from 2015, really pushing it, television appearances and all of this. And he named it after, I think, his mother and his wife. They were both redhead, so he called it Two Gingers. I know it was his mother, but the other one, I think it was his wife. But and he contracted with Kilbeggan to do the distilling. The man does not own the distillery. He owns a brand. He owns the recipe. I don't even think he owns it anymore. I just think he's the founder. You know, anytime you see something and they say this guy's the founder of the company and they don't say the owner, you say, oh, buyout. Correct. Colonel Sanders, Harlan Sanders. I used to watch the television commercials and they would say, our founder, but not their owner, because he sold to PepsiCo. He sold his entire company to PepsiCo in what, 1975? And then PepsiCo bought Taco Bell. Then PepsiCo bought Pizza Hut from all the original owners. And I think A&W restaurants. Go to any Pizza Hut or Taco Bell in the United States. You'll never see a Coca-Cola product there. You'll see Pepsi-Cola and whatever, you know, Pepsi-Cola brands they have. Ide Stills. There is no Ide Stills Distillery. It's a brand. It's owned by Alexander Murray and Company Group. What does Alexander Murray do? Founded 20 years ago, 2004. They just procure Scotch and Irish whiskey. You say, what does that mean, procure? They make contracts with distilleries and say, could you make an 8-year age single malt Islay Scotch, age 5 years? And they'll say, okay, you know, whatever. And we're going to call it this brand. And you bottle it, put the label in. All right. And then they'll produce it, sell it around the country, around the world. You say, you mean they're like Pabst Brewing Company, although they have no breweries. Herbie says, good morning. Good morning to you, Herbie, in India. That's exactly right. Pabst does not produce anything. They have it produced. They're a procurer. They used to be a brewing company, but they slowly, over the years, shut down all their breweries. Well, they actually sold all the breweries. They still own one in San Antonio, but it's shut down. It's just mothballed. Will it ever start up again? Well, it might. And they have, oh, that's right. They own the Pabst Brewery in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and it's mothballed. Nobody's sure what they're going to do with it. I don't know why they don't just sell it. But all the rest they sold. And some of the former breweries produce Pabst beer. They sold that brewery in Los Angeles. They make Pabst there now. City Brewing owns it. They sold the brewery in Memphis, Tennessee. They make Pabst beer there. And Schlitz, the old Schlitz brewery. They sold the one in Wisconsin, La Crosse, Wisconsin. They make Heilemann there, where they used to make it, the old Heilemann brewery, but it's owned by City Brew. So that's how these things work. Kind of complicated, you know. But that is the case that they gave me. All right. Now, the first challenge yesterday afternoon, evening, I got it wrong. Did the two whiskeys taste alike? No. They both had a light body and a dry finish, but they didn't taste the same. One tastes like honey, and the other one tastes like bread crust. Honey and cereal grains, bread crust cereal grains. But I couldn't remember if Duhan's had a honey flavor or a bread crust flavor. I couldn't remember, and I had just tried Ide Stills. This is only the third time in my life I'm trying it, so I really hadn't developed a profile for it yet. But now I know honey. I got to look for the honey, and then I'm gonna get it right. You said, but what if both of them taste honey like? Guess I'm gonna have a problem. Price point: 2 gingers, $15.99. I saw it not even 2 weeks ago, still $15.99. That's a deal, right? These days, $15.99. That wasn't a discount price. That was just a regular tag. Ide Stills, $17.99. I don't know what they charging right now at Total Wine and More, but that's what I paid. It's made exclusively for Total Wine and More. Just like Campanology is made only for Trader Joe's. If you go to Trader Joe's and you see something, say Campanology, brown ale or whatever, that's a Trader Joe's brand. It's only sold there. Or Winkin' Owl wine, it's only for Aldi. WD Liquors is liquor made only for Winn-Dixie stores. WD, get it? Okay. And I got a bunch of those. Now, there's no great value beer or great value liquor yet. But I think there are some Walmart brand. Well, no, Caliber is a Walmart brand. They own the trademark. But sometimes you'll see it at other stores. I think they let the overflow go to other stores. Maybe for a little fee. Okay. Smells like cereal grain, very light. Cereal grain, not so light. Light, not so light. So now I'm thinking this one is the two gingers. No, I mean, I think this one is the Ide Stills because it's a little darker. But let's go with the taste. I'm getting honey, but I'm getting bread crust too. But it's very sweet, honey-like. I have a strong suspicion that this one is made by Kilbeggan. The bottle's the same. You know, all these distilleries got clear, brown, and green bottles. Bottles, not bottles. Would make sense. 4-year age, up to 5-year age, up to 5 years. This one has more of a punch to it, like it's more body, more strength. You say that's the double distill one. Yes, that's what they said on the website. They were trying to make it stronger. Or bolder. They don't use word like stronger or harsher. That wouldn't sell there. But bolder, yeah. Bolder. Bolder over you. And you know what happens after dark. All right. Do I like both of these? I certainly do. I really do. I got to say. Do I prefer one over the other? Well, oh, and that's brown, by the way. It's not black. That Kilbeggan is brown with some lighter writing like khaki, and then the Irish flag down there, and then the gold trim in that. All right. And the emblem of the two ginger ladies. And Biff were grooving on the street. I think I prefer the one in my left hand there. It's a little milder, a little more pleasant. Is either one extraordinary? How do you think it's going to be extraordinary and it's $15.99 or $17.99? Are they acceptable? Yeah, they're acceptable. Are they better than you would expect for that price? Yes, I do believe so. Now, some people got channels they're talking about, oh, this is trash. This is horrible. I might be able to choke it down. Or what they really like to say on air is, I'm not going to finish this. I'm not going to finish this. No, I'm not going to finish this. It's just, it's too bad. And I'm thinking, yeah, right. You're not going to finish that. You're going to waste your beer. You're going to waste your liquor. I can't see too many people dumping it, but maybe they're more erudite than I had first believed. Okay. But, yeah, these are nice products. Nothing great. But, yeah. It's okay. It's okay. You liable to find two gingers anywhere. I think they have a locator too. Let's look at the website. Oh wait, let me get it right. Let me see if I got it right this time. I'm gonna say that's the what you call the Ide Stills. I don't have enough left. I'm glad I did put the tags. Oh no, you better get out of my face. Oh man, I got it wrong. 0-2. This is a tragedy. This is like spirits having flown, man. This is a tragedy. How's your leg? Well, it's healing up. I hope. I could walk. Sort of painful, but yeah, man. You never know. You think you know, but you don't know, but you might know. And I did. I'm like John Lennon. I found out. All right. Two Gingers, Irish whiskey. The story. Created by Irishman Kieran Folliard, who was inspired by his red-headed ginger Mary, his mother Mary, and Aunt Delia. Okay, his aunt. Remember, I wasn't sure at the second one. To follow his passion and make a go of a good idea. Tudor's Irish whiskey is a product of this notion, double distilled to retain more of those natural whiskey flavors and a smooth finish. Bring your own luck. Yes, bring your own luck. Distilled twice, aged 4 years. In the mild climate, the woody essence suggests caramel and vanilla to the finish. Find a retailer. Well, there you go. Told you they got a locator. Select a product. Yeah, like you got a lot of choices. They make one product. What are you going to select? I don't want the two gingers. I want the two gingers. Enter a zip code. Find in a store. Let's go read. Let's see if they have it in the international market. There you go. There we go. International market. They open at what, 8? And it's right there on Barron Street. Right there where I'm pointing. Right there on Barron Street, right between Veterans Park, formerly known as Veterans Highway, and the Interstate 10. Yep. and they have it for $15.99. So is this locator tool active? It's very echoey. And then there's recipes you can make with this. A highball, the big ginger. Another highball, the Irish snapper. Two gingers, hot toddy, and so forth. Okay, you can check their Facebook page. Blah, 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 blah. Ide Stills, triple distilled, all matured in oak, which every Irish whiskey in the world is matured in oak, so that's a meaningless statement. All these descriptors, most of which I can never pick up. Created in small batches by the finest distillers in Ireland. That could be anybody, but I think it must be Kilbeggan. You know what I'd like to do? Look at the Kilbeggan website and see if they got handle bottles like this. The big fat bottles, the heavy set ones, full figured, let's call it. Oh, and you can only buy this a total one. But if I look at Kilbeggan and they got the handles and it's the same design, then you'll know. Then you'll know. Then you'll know. What cocktails do they have to recommend to your tasting pleasure? Irish old fashioned, that would work. Irish emerald, the Irish blonde. Well, and not the O's. Oh no, the good cork. Also, okay, in a rocks glass. Okay, well. What do you know? All right. So, 2 challenges, 2 defeats. Now, I said last night, if you do this and you get it 50-50, you'd be in good shape. On Irish whiskey, woo, that's hard. Irish whiskey is so similar one to another. Other people would say, I'm sorry, you have offended me. I beg to differ. They are not so similar. Okay. All right, go ahead. Do your own blind taste test live on the air, though, not wearing a mask and not using an alias name. Let's see how great you are at it. I think they're very similar. And I think if you can wind up 50% correct, you got it. You're in pretty good shape. So my goal is to finish even or better. But I take even. I take 50%. But starting off 0-2 is not too promising, right? But I got a chance to recoup. What's coming up next? Another Total Wine and More brand called Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh. Now that's made by Teeling. I know because I checked the trademark data, and the trademark is assigned to Teeling Distillery. But I've never seen it anywhere but Total Wine and More, Kavanaugh. They got the purple, the blue, the silver, or the gray. They got different labels, but they're all the same thing. They got the triple distilled. Then they got a single malt, which is just part of this triple distilled. Then they got a copper pot still one. And then there's a grain, all grain whiskey. All they're doing is taking the triple distill and breaking it into the three pieces and selling those like it's a separate product. It would be like getting a chocolate chip cookie and saying, oh, okay, this chocolate chip cookie tastes like such and such. And then the company's saying, this month only, our chocolate chips, they just selling the chips like it's special. And then the next month they sell just the cookies. And then the next month, just the dough or something like part of the cookie, the dough or the butter, probably shortening. Now you would say, well, why would I want to eat that? Why wouldn't I just buy the cookie? That would be a great question. So why do people run behind these pieces? I guess they don't think about it enough. So I think that's what Crown Royal did recently with their new Crown Royal single malt. It might be very good. I'm not going to say it's not, especially since I never had it. It's $42.99. But Crown Royal is made with single malt whiskey, barley malt whiskey. That's part of their recipe. They have grain whiskey, rye whiskey, probably wheat whiskey, and some barley malt whiskey, which probably no more than 5%, maybe 10. I don't know. They don't disclose their mash bill. Doesn't taste like a lot of barley malt. Now, but see, they're smart. They're getting smart. They're like, okay, everybody else is selling it to these people, and they just keep doing it. So let's do it. Let's take Crown Royal and have a single malt. People be all excited. Then maybe in September, they'll come out with Crown Royal single grain. They already had the wheat. It's probably the wheat they use in the wheat whiskey they use in the blend. But hey, well, I would do the same thing, really. Why not? It's not like they're cheating anybody. They're not deceiving anybody. They're just putting it out there. Now, if you want to buy it, go ahead. Don't buy the gumbo. Just buy the shrimp. No, just buy the okra. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, thank you very much. And we'll hopefully come back for Friday's taste challenge or whatever, because I did one last night. That was for just a day, just to do it, So it doesn't have to be specified for a day. And we'll do another Irish whiskey challenge. And I hope I get it right this time coming up. All right. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.